little tougher than that. We're not going to have that type of mentality where a loss is going to just ruin our season. We're just going to scrap everything that we've worked so hard for.
Yeah.
I think it's just you got to get back in on Sunday, and you got to look at what you did wrong. Ultimately, in those 3 games, it was all makeables. It was all us shooting ourselves in the foot. So let's just go back, look at that, see what you can do, see what you can do next time, and try and go from there. It's all like it's a front sight focus. Is what I'm thinking. But yeah, so
Does it feel like this team has a lot of resolve and saying, hey, maybe we can't make the playoff. We still got 3 games, a lot left to do here.
Yeah, no, I think everyone just thinks about getting better and improving. Ultimately, that's what our main goal is, to do our individual job as a collective. And so if we just come in on Sunday, Monday, and focus on that, we'll get better. And I think a lot of guys, they have the right focus, they have that focus, and it just sets us up for the rest of the season. So.
Obviously, from an outside perspective, there's a lot of focus on like what was lost. But what were some of the positives that you guys were able to take away after you watched the Oregon film that would work potentially against USC?
There was just a couple situations that were different that we hadn't been in, and I think it's just learning moments and making mistakes in the moment and learning from later on. That's all you can really do, you know. So
Heading out west now, long trip. USC, kind of one of those newer-ish teams to play. What's the challenge heading way out west and playing a team like USC?
Making it not a challenge. It's not that complicated. If you make it complicated, you make all the travel and stuff issue for you. That's where you can get caught. It's another game week. You got to treat it just like another game week, no matter where it is. As a offense, as a team, we like to think that we can play anywhere at any time. We can play in the parking lot if you wanted. And that's the type of mentality we got to have. And guys who don't have that, that's where they fall short, and that's where they get caught up in all the stuff and all the travel and where we're at, and the weather's different and stuff like that. You can't have that, and that'll just get you beat. So
going through that last year, going to UCLA, does it help just having that rep, so to speak, of going out west in the middle of November and playing a game, and it's not a bowl game to head out there?
Yeah. Coach Ferentz has mentioned that he thought we lost that game before we got out there. It's just because we weren't ready. We were preparing right, but we just weren't ready for it. And it's just the mentality of we got to be prepared, we got to be ready and ready to play whenever we're called upon. And so not make it too big in our heads, just play another game.
Which moments do you guys have after a 12-play drive to put it in with less than 2 to go? I mean, even the result's not what you want, but I mean, that's what everybody on offense dreams of doing is a big-time drive like that in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. What was the question there?
Just what do you learn from that, or can you still take that momentum even if it's not the result you want in the end?
Yeah, no, that gives you a little bit of confidence as an offense. If you can put ourselves into a winning position at the end of the game. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to tie it off or whatever the word is, but finish it out. But looking at that drive, we can see that we can get it done when it needs to happen. And that should give Mark confidence, give the whole offensive line confidence that we can get our jobs done in one of the bigger moments of the year. So that's it, yeah.
What have you seen from Kamari this year? He's truly taken over RB1 reps and, he's come a long way from being the kid that scored a couple at Western Michigan, and you seem like, oh yeah, you're an 18-year-old kid. Like he's come so far.
To be honest, I don't see too much of him because I'm facing the other way. But I know that last touchdown that Mark scored during Oregon, I didn't even know you scored that. I thought it was somebody else who scored that. I don't know, that was Minnesota. But yeah, no, I don't know who scores most of the time, and I just try and block my butt off. So I'm sure he's doing a great job, and I'm not in that room, so I can't really speak too much on that.
He seems like a great kid.